Are you ready?
Sharp right uppercut to the body by Tyson. Again, down goes Lorenzo Boyd.
You are now in the ring with Dan the Beast and Super Size.
I've fought some great names in boxing. I've beaten some great names in boxing, but this is the fight for me.
This is the Boxing Jerks Podcast.
When it's all said and done, I know one thing that I can do. I can fight.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the world.
Now, does it look like
Anyone who's watching, let us know if we're live or if we're just talking out of our asses.
for no apparent reason?
Apparent reason, right?
No. All right, you know what? The little live button's up. So yeah, I think we're live now. 30 seconds.
It's strange. How come it doesn't come up on the page? How are people supposed to share it and shit?
Let's see. Boxing Jerks. You know why? It's because you touch yourself at night. That's why none of this is working.
That's a good time every night.
I agree.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Tyson Fury says he rubs one out 7 times before a fight.
That was before the Wilder fight.
Yeah. 7 times, bro? I'm lucky if I have 4 in the chamber.
7 times a day. 7 times a day.
Yeah, my 6-shooter only shoots 4.
Videos. My 6-shooter shoots 4.
So I'm not seeing this live, but you know what? We're getting something out of it. Waiting for live video. Is that what it's saying?
Right. So there were a lot of rounds where Lopez, so 7th through the 11th, for example, I have all those 7 through 11. That's all Loma for me.
Right.
Same.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
He's being defensive. He's bobbing and weaving, blocking shots. You can be the aggressor, but if your aggression isn't getting you any connected punches, doesn't count. So if I'm bobbing and weaving, blocking and countering, that round should go to me.
I didn't see him landing as many as Lopez did.
So are you counting just punches landed?
Right, punches landed.
So just like CompuBox.
Punches landed plus the walking down. If you're backtracking, if you're the one being defensive, then you have to land a lot more than the guy being aggressive because you just have to be.
Well, and
you have to be landing a lot more.
What about someone like Mayweather, who's just strictly a defensive fighter? I mean,
I cannot stand Mayweather.
But I mean, okay. Granted, I think produces a lot of boring fights because he is a defensive fighter. I mean, he has the science down. He doesn't get hit. He's a marksman when he throws punches. That you cannot take away from him. But again, because of that, I think that that his fights are boring. And because of Mayweather being Mayweather and him having success with his boring fights, I think a lot of newer boxers aren't really throwing hands and they're all being defensive because of that. Right.
And that is a great analysis. And he was great. I mean, some fights he was literally clearly the winner. And about almost all his fights. I would say 95%. But there was those couple that were just like questionable. They were just questionable. Especially what's the guy that beat
Broner?
You guys were just talking about recent
Maidana?
Maidana.
The first one was close.
The first one looked like he was the winner.
I mean, you think so? I said 7-5 on the first one.
Yeah,
I think Mayweather still had it.
To winning Maidana, and it was just like, are you kidding me? When they give him the loss, I was like, wow, okay.
Well, I mean, it generated.
Then the second one, then it was clear.
It was one-sided. The second one was all Mayweather.
Yeah, it's definitely one-sided.
Okay, so again, what was your scorecard for the fight?
Like I said, man, I had it 10-2.
10-2?
But that's just me. Yeah, I had it 10-2. There was a judge that had it 11-1.
Yeah, and everyone hates her guts. That's Julie Letterman.
Julie Letterman.
Good call out on that one. Good call out on that one. You want to be like Julie, then all right. Well, you, Julie, and Adelaide Bird all can sit at the same table at the MGM buffet.
Just for that fight. Doesn't mean I might agree with her in other fights.
It was 116, 112, which I can see. 119, 109 is the one that was.
That's garbage.
and then
But I said
111.
I told Jose Super. I told Super on that night that I could see somebody give him 4 rounds, but nothing past that.
4 rounds?
I gave him 5.
5.
Well, that's what the 116, 112 is.
No, that's 115. For me, it was 115, 113. 4 rounds, which you agree with, is the 116, 112.
116, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. That's the furthest I can.
Again,
agree with that
Facebook,
lead.
this is 3 grown men talking math. Sorry. Sorry about that.
According to CompuBox stats from
Boxing fans know what we talking about.
according to CompuBox stats from round 8 and on, Lomachenko landed the most punches.
Boom.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. See?
What?
Not in
You
round
want to
12.
fight like that?
So round 12, Lopez landed total punches landed 50 out of 98. Lomachenko did 19 out of 59. 11 was 29 out of 62 for Loma, 21 out of 83 for Lopez.
I'm gonna change. See if the lighting is too much. Go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's good, bro.
I was trying to find a better lighting. The lights are too bright.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. You look like a rock star.
There we go.
Or a stripper. A cage dancer. There you go. Boom, boom. I'm gonna throw quarters at you, bro.
No shame in that one. We can bet with him anytime. He'll take it all off for free.
Oh, yeah, man. I have that Alice DJ video I got to find somewhere.
Oh yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, in the living room. Good times. Good times.
So what other topics we can get into?
Well,
I
let's
just
see.
want you are here specifically to argue with me because we disagree on the next topic. But before we get there, so Lopez, Teofimo Lopez is now the unified champion at 135. A lot of people are mistakenly calling him the undisputed champion. Now, the franchise belt, which is what he holds for the WBC, is usually not something, at least originally, it wasn't a title that you defended or lost.
The fuck is a franchise belt? It's like a fucking
the
McDonald's
franchise
belt.
You don't defend it, you don't lose it. So like for 160, Canelo is the franchise champion. He doesn't have to worry about mandatories or anything, and that's why Charlo is the regular WBC champion, the real WBC champion. So Devin Haney is the current 135 WBC champion, though he didn't beat anybody to get the title, which is funny. It was literally handed through him via email.
Yeah, the email champ. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't hear that. Those news. That's funny.
it's fucking funny. So now he's fighting Gamboa coming up. Gamboa is 10, 12, 15 years past his prime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We used to love him. Remember we used to love him.
But damn, it's getting to the point where why are you still fighting, my man?
Yeah.
So
the last outing he had was horrible too.
I mean, even though he was old and jacked up, he fought Gervonta Davis, which he gave Gervonta Davis a hard ass time. Ooh. And then his Achilles tendon, he tore his Achilles tendon in the fight. So what I'm trying to get at is, does Teofimo, because he already says he has a hard time making 135. Does Teofimo stay at 135, or does he move up to 140 and vacate? Right?
I think he
does
can.
He fight Devin Haney to officially become undisputed?
I would definitely go become undisputed to make it clear that he's the best, and then move up. I would definitely do that.
All right, so we were talking about belts.
Belts. Mayweather and his point on belts, Flacco.
There's too many fucking belts, bro. There's just too many fucking belts. All these belts that aren't WBC, WBO, IBF, and what's the other one?
Brother, he has a great point, but the thing is, he's the last person I want to hear from about belts.
I mean, if he's right, he's right. You
because
can't really
he
argue.
collected so many, and it makes him look good.
Well, different weight classes, but the point isn't how many belts he collected
per weight class. Is how many there are available.
how many weight
so
classes there is, how many
Right.
belts there are per weight class. And,
Right. And
yeah, come on,
we,
man.
We agree.
So,
We agree on that. But he held 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 147s, right? 4. All 4 and 147.
and he had
which
to pay the
makes him look good.
sanctioning fees.
Right. Because he went up to 154 too. Didn't he?
Every belt other than the 4 main belts are just basically participation trophies. And he said
Right,
it right.
so
there's no such thing as a
technically-
super champion. I mean, it sucks.
Listen, he held IBF, WBC, WBA, WBO, IBO, IBA. So technically he held 6 belts at 147. They are
Right.
a lot. You're right. There are a lot. But it
So
makes
his
him look
point
like
isn't-
the rock star he is.
Right. His point isn't that, hey, I held these titles, because he fought for those titles, and it was big payday fights.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna fight for these titles. He took that title from what was it, the WBA, WBO from Pacquiao when they fought. So it's big money fights. Yeah, he's gonna fight for the titles. The point is, there's too many titles. It's not how many titles I held, right? That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that while he held those titles, why do you think he vacated so often? He didn't give a shit.
True. You know what? That's another thing. The reason that there's so many belts is also making it more easy for other fighters to vacate. Like,
More easy.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I
To
don't
even
give a shit
pick up
about.
too.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about this belt. I'll just grab another one on my next fight, or I know I'm gonna whoop this dude. I'm just gonna fucking take his title. Like, it's
That's what I'm saying. So they're not wanting to pay the sanctioning fees. I wouldn't want to pay the sanctioning fees. So I get, especially let's say it's like Teofimo, maybe not a great example because it was 1.5 mil as opposed to Loma's 8 mil, right? So
is that the
he
sanctioning
makes-
fee, or is that their purse?
That's his purse, and out of his purse, he has to pay his sanctioning fees. Right? That's how it works.
Yeah, but what
Pay your
what is
sanctioning
this,
fees.
what is the
you got to
fee,
pay
though?
for your team. He had to come out of pocket for his nutritionist or whatever the fuck, the gym time.
Yeah, but he
and all
doesn't
that.
have to do the nutritionist and shit like that. I mean, of course, it's
He
gonna be a
did though,
benefit.
because he did.
Yeah, but again, the stuff like that shouldn't really matter because if you're saying I got to pay for my personal chef, I mean that's where it's.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you're adding on to. That's one extreme example. Let's say a fighter that's a no name, right? And he's a last minute replacement for a title fight, right? Let's say Lopez got replaced. Lopez was guaranteed 1.5 for the fight, but let's say he came positive for COVID, and his replacement was only guaranteed 90,000, and he happens to win, right? Now he has to pay the sanctioning fees. So
Oh yeah, that's like what's his name? Ruiz. Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, yeah, that was a good ass fucking fight.
That
First
was a badass fight. Yeah.
First one. I was over here singing the Mexican national anthem that day.
Oh yeah. How's it go?
Danos el grito de guerra. That's all I remember right now.
Oh. You know what? You should wear a shirt that's not black, so people can see how long your beard is. Ooh. You know what? Just take your shirt off.
No. I won that bet.
Ah.
Yeah, he's trying to get a payback. He's trying to get a
He's
payback.
trying.
Trying to get a free show over here.
We know we took too long to talk about this fight. We had a couple scares. Family situations kept us from recording and whatnot. But we're here now. Hopefully you're enjoying what we're doing.